this sort of echoes, the statement that Mr. Sen was making some time ago. According to sources right now, we understand that the state government of West Bengal has refused to attend a review meeting with the centre on the impact of Cyclone Fani on the state of West Bengal. The centre wrote a letter calling a review meeting on the cyclone and asked West Bengal to join that meeting, but the West Bengal government has replied saying that government officials are busy with election duty and hence a review meeting should not be held or they won't be able to attend. So politics perhaps coming in the way of, of rescue and relief, politics that ought to be set aside.
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Sen, this is what you were talking about.
Yeah, and they were complaining. Now, I don't know the procedures involved, but the point is the complaint coming out from the West Bengal side was that the Prime Minister's office got in touch directly with the governor.
Okay.
In West Bengal instead of the Chief Minister.
Chief Minister.
Whereas in the case of Orissa, it was a one-to-one chat between the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister. So protocol has been raised from the West Bengal side, which of course the Prime Minister's office has denied that they tried a couple of times to get in touch with Mamata Banerjee, but they couldn't contact her.
Unfortunately, with recent politics, fax machines don't work, cell phones don't work,
yes.
people don't
Mobile
answer their
phones
phones.
don't work.
It's a sheer personal ego issue.
Yes, this is terrible.
If it's a natural calamity,
Yes.
whether elections, no elections, who telephoned whom, who did not take the call, I don't think these things are these things matter at all in this. If something a review has to be done, it has to be done.
Yes, and also these reviews and this sort of rescue relief work is normally done by the officers,
Yes, of course.
the bureaucrats.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not about the politics.
No,
the bureaucrats should simply be making themselves available.
I mean, I don't want to add to a cynical note, but look, I'll tell you, Naveen Patnaik's election is over.
Yes.
Don't forget, Mamata election is still
It's
on.
still on.
So there is a value of optics.
That's true.
Yes. Yes.
Naveen Patnaik has nothing to lose right now, whether he's sitting next to him or not. Also remember, if a Prime Minister goes physically, protocol means Chief Minister has to be present.
Yes.
It can't be left to the bureaucrats. So that's the others.
Yeah. And the sharp contrast was...
Well, I technically, just to offer a clarification, we don't know if the update meeting was going to be chaired by the Prime Minister.
Right.
It was called and chaired by the central government. So
it could be officer to officer.
It could be officer to officer as well. My only concern with this is it can't be possible that every single officer in the West Bengal government is currently on election duty, because West Bengal is voting in 7 phases. No. Also, the people in charge of relief in a natural disaster should be at this point focused on this and not on that.
Yes, in fact, if this is the official position, you can't say I'm not providing relief to my own people because they're on election duty.
Yes.
I mean, that's ridiculous to say.
If not anything, I mean, this should just show you that the state government of Bengal should have freed these people up, and they should be dedicated to relief.
There seems to be an element of sort of animosity coming out of...
Brazen, actually.
Yes. Very sharply different from Kerala, for instance.
Both sides are being naughty here.
Yes.
Yes.
Even the PMO leaking that we tried twice and couldn't get through is naughtiness. Because look, when a Prime Minister's office contacts a Chief Minister's office, Mr. Modi doesn't dial the phone himself.
No, he doesn't.
Yes.
It's always secretary to secretary. The appointment is fixed. That he will call you with this hour, we'll call you that hour. It's always at that level. And very often, you don't get through the other person in the first instance because politicians are public persons.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask the question again. So now the visual that you look at, Dharmendra Pradhan, Narendra Modi and Naveen Patnaik, and a very impressive pen, I must say, in a helicopter together, is this messaging?
No, the fact that Narendra is sitting next to him is, of course, because he's the leader they are grooming.
Yes.
He's the next...
for Orissa. Yes.
Yeah, BJP leader for Orissa. That's pretty... And I guess, look, even if he wasn't, if a Prime Minister goes to a state where the party is not ruling, they do take the senior most leader of that state along.
No, but Naveen Patnaik is in that helicopter as well. So they're obviously, I mean, they look far more comfortable with each other than...
What's being suggested is that post-election...
I know, that's what
so if Mamata Banerjee is sending out a very clear message, is Naveen Patnaik sending out some message as well, is my question.
I think Naveen Patnaik is way more smart and had been around for a way longer period to use this as a reason for taking his decision. He will still take a decision based on politics and not on emotion, where it's not about Modi ji came and saw my state and I must repay him that. It's not going to happen like that. Politicians are
so he's actually left his...
It's a smart game from Naveen Babu also.
Yes.
He's showing that I am above politics.
Yes.
So I'm not in alliance with BJP and I'm still Modi in the election campaigns. when the time comes, when the calamity happens, I am ready to go to any extent. I think this is a very good statement by Modi.
He's made this before also. Politically, he's made it. He said, I'll go with anyone who's good for Odisha.
So as he also then left both windows open, because on one hand, he's opened a relationship and they've had a conversation. On the other hand, he can always turn around later and say that was a time of need. And I was being a chief minister. That doesn't necessarily mean, I'll still do as I please.
There's no politics.
There's no politics.
Since you mentioned Mamata, that I'll tell you another naughtiness. 2 weeks ago, the PMO leaked another detail saying Mamata sends me gifts every year.
Yeah, kurta.
Yes.
Right? She responded the next day. She went to a rally and she said, next time I will send her laddus made of stone. Because he said, wo laddu bhi aate hain mere ko, mithai bhejte hain. So she said, next time I would love. So both sides were playing that way because the Prime Minister was already trying to suggest that she may be behaving like a opponent or a enemy in public. But behind the scenes, she also sends me mithai.
Yes, but actually it was quite out of character for a Bengali to even suggest laddus made of stone, because Bengalis are normally very generous.
First of all, we don't eat laddus. That's part of the sort of rather uncivilized Hindi bench.